Hello, Narinder. Thank you very much for doing
Hi.
this. Thank you very much for doing this with me. I know you're a very, very busy woman, and I didn't want to take a lot of your time. So,
Don't
if you
worry.
can introduce yourself, you don't need any introduction. I know that, but if you can just introduce yourself for people who don't
Oh, we
know
all
you.
need an introduction. I'm Narinder Kaur, TV panelist, social commentator, full-time mum.
Oh, well done. Okay. So I'm not sure if you know much about me. As I said, I'm an immigrant to the UK. I like to think that I'm a patriot, to the country, to the UK. So there are things that I see sometimes, and I'm sure you have seen my tweets where I go under your post and I say things, and I try to be respectful. This is my thing. I'll always be respectful to you. I don't know if you'll agree with that or not. But today as well, I'm doing this as a conversation. We can disagree respectfully. Anything that you don't like to talk about, we don't need to talk about it. So I will start off by saying that you do say there is a lot of racism, and I am an immigrant. I am only been here 8 to 10 years, so maybe I don't know a lot of things that you might know, and maybe you can educate me today. You can let me know why is it that there are things that you say, and why do you say them.
So um, I'm glad you said it, and you said it off camera as well. That actually you're very aware, you're very new, and you may not have experienced a lot. So I'm glad you said it, because my whole thing was going to be to say to you, actually, Shaib, you're very new. You're an immigrant. You've been in this country, what, 10 years? I was born here. I'm talking from 50 years experience. And I've seen some of your tweets to me, and yeah, you are, and you're very kind. You said no one should be being disrespectful. Twitter's a cesspit like that. And I see your tweets where you say, I think there was one, and I can't remember entirely. Maybe you can. And you criticize me criticizing, my experiences in Britain. And all I want to say is that I've grown up in this country. I've been in the school system in this country. I've been in employment in this country. I've seen, my parents come to this country as immigrants, as my husband's as well. And we've experienced a lot of racism, a lot. I can't go into all of it because then it's like,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
trying to back up
definitely.
my
Yeah, no,
story.
that's
We've
fine.
experienced so much racism. And when somebody like yourself comes along and says, oh no, why are you being like that? That's not very patriotic. I love this country. Well, good for you. Good for you. Um, I'm a British citizen by birth, and I
Yeah.
don't love all this country. There's a lot this country can improve in. You're not a patriot, actually, because you can see fault in this country. A true patriot is me. I can see faults in my country and see where it needs improving. And I can see we can all come together collectively and agree we have some problems and we need to work on these problems. It is only someone who's unpatriotic that can see no problems in their country, as well as just being thick. Like, how thick can you be when you just deny every problem? There's problems we have in this country, as every other country. But it
Yeah.
doesn't mean I don't love my country. It means I love my country.
Yeah, I think I do. Well, when you say obviously you are from the country, I'm not going to disagree with that 100%. You were born and raised there. I wasn't born here. So for me, my point of view, when I say I am a patriot, I'm a patriot to this country. It's to do with a lot of things. So I'm a Pakistani. I've lived my whole life in Saudi Arabia. So I can, when I compare things, UK, so I will be comparing UK to Saudi Arabia or comparing UK to Pakistan because I used to go to Pakistan on my holidays. So whenever I've done that, there is a lot of things that I see in Pakistan. Obviously, being a third world country, there's a reason why a lot of people don't want to be in Pakistan. See, my father was born in Pakistan and he didn't like Pakistan, so he did criticize, but he could see there are things that were not changing. So what he did, he decided to pack up and he leave for the next best country for him, which is Saudi Arabia. He's a full-on patriot to the Saudi Arabia, and he cannot hear anything negative about Saudi Arabia if I were to say anything, because of the opportunities that we have given. So now my thing is when I say, look, I understand people saying we need to improve our country. I do agree with this. Yes, there are a lot of things that can be improved, but then there is this criticism, which is how do you say, which is not really constructive. Which for me, like I said, look, it can be me. I feel like some of the tweets, not all of them, but some of them, yes, I do feel like it's like targeting people. Do you know what I mean? I don't
I've
want to
never
go into the.
targeted anyone actually, so
But
no, I've never
I was talking
targeted
about
anyone.
princess.
But going back to what you're saying, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Your dad didn't love Pakistan. He moved and he loves where he's moved to. I'm almost sensing undertones of what people say. Well, if you don't love it here, go. But it's like me. Like recently, I went to India. Obviously, I've been plenty of times before, but this time, I really felt it's like me going there and as someone who's never been born there, not raised there, and being there for a couple of years. It's like me moving there, which I do hope to do. I went there recently and I really want to move back there once my kids have gone through their education. But it's like me, therefore, moving back there and saying, yeah, Punjab is great. Yeah, Punjab's brilliant. And Punjabi people who've lived there their entire life saying, oh my God, shut the F up, actually. We've lived here our entire life. Tinu ki pata, what do you know about this country? You've come here, you've come here with money, you've come here settled, and that's great, but you don't know the problems we've had to face in our country and how we have been absolutely buggered over by different governments and how we've struggled. And that would make me actually just an absolute hypocrite. So you
I
can
understand
go
that.
to a country and love it, but you
Yeah.
don't really know the struggle of people. You have
No,
to
I
know the
understand that.
struggle.
See, I do understand that, and that's what I was saying. Obviously, the best, the
No,
royal family. Yeah,
no.
my opinion. That's my opinion. That's what I said. It
Yeah,
is my
that's
opinion.
fine.
Yeah. So see, again, moving on. The other thing was like you have seen there was a tweet where somebody have taken a screenshot of you said something, and obviously that was the very first time that you've seen me actually defending you, and I did defend you
Yes.
because I have a lot of principle, a lot of moral values, and I thought just me defending you for the reason and for the thing that they were saying to you, I'm sure it didn't even hurt you, it didn't affect you, because I see now everybody does that to you all the time. So I know it doesn't affect you, but it affected me in a way that I thought it is not okay for people to, what do you say, take screenshots and make fun of someone's
Yeah,
appearances
it's
or their
ridiculous. I
character.
was very thank you for that. It's
No, no.
they try like now they'll screenshot me going
Yeah,
right. They'll screenshot that and then look how ugly she is. And I just think if that's all you've got, like
yeah,
that's
exactly. See,
all.
that's defeat the purpose of us talking like this. If I just come here, say things to you, be aggressive towards you, or not listen to you, there's no point of us doing it. But for me, like I said, look, you've given your opinion, I've given mine. And as I said, when I came to the country in 2008, obviously I did went back to Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia, my dad got a very good business. Everything is settled. I could have stayed there, lived there. But I did start working in Saudi Arabia for 3 years. And that's when I realized, because I technically grew up in the UK, because I did my A levels, my foundation, then my bachelor's, and then I did my master's. So I thought maybe I'll come to the UK. So me living in Saudi Arabia, like we just said, yes, you will not understand how the British people feel because you were not born and raised there, which is you're absolutely right. But what I was talking on the basis of, because I am an immigrant in the country is supposed to be so racist toward the Muslims and the brown people. I am a Muslim and I am the brown people and I am an immigrant. I have had not faced any problem. Yes, there has been problems. Yes, there has been problem where people have said things to me. But if you compare that to Pakistan or Saudi Arabia, is for me, like I said, because I'm not from here, for me, it's absolutely nothing. If somebody have called me a name and I turned around and looked at them, they're either very uneducated or they're just angry. And then
Well, it doesn't
they have
matter. It doesn't
no,
matter.
I know. Look,
They've still
yeah,
called you a name, and you're
no,
speaking from what it
yeah, and
sounds like
I'm telling you, it's
a
true.
position of privilege.
Yeah,
You've
okay,
come here, dad's money, you've got a good education, you can't
yeah,
deny that. But there's a
yeah,
lot of poor ethnic minority kids,
exactly.
and they're
Okay, and
not going
then
to get the advantages in life you did because the same
no,
person
but
who's
no, they already got a lot of advantage. When you're born in the UK, you are given free education. If my dad decided to
it's
be,
not great education, and you come
I came
straight
from
into a
Saudi Arabia to have
workplace
education in the UK.
situation. It's
No,
incredibly naive to think that okay, they've called me a name, so what? That's not okay.
no, no, it's not. I didn't say that. So what? I said I turned on and I looked at them just to see what it is that they were saying to me and why they said it. And then, to be honest, and that is my opinion, I do 100% believe it is the Muslim and the brown people to be blamed for a lot of things that we get called out for.
Like
See,
what?
so I'm telling you. So the thing is about the grooming gangs and everything else that has happened. Yes, you will say, oh, there are Christian grooming gangs, there are Jewish grooming gangs, then there are Hindu, Indian, what not. But what I will say as a Pakistani, that there is a problem with the Pakistani grooming gangs. And it's not only in the UK. I'm talking about when I was living in Saudi Arabia. I'm talking about when I've got families and cousins in Pakistan. They say the same thing. So you cannot deny there is a problem. So saying that, oh yeah, so what if there's a Pakistani grooming gang? What
No
about
one
that?
is saying so what. No one has said so
No,
what.
no,
It's
and
dreadful.
I'm not talking about
No one
you.
has said so what to that.
No, I'm not
It's
talking about you.
dreadful. The
It is
grooming gang
exactly.
situation is
Yeah,
dreadful, but it's all
yeah,
ethnicities. But I
yeah.
don't
No,
want to go down that.
see,
I don't want to go down
definitely,
that
no, you're
road.
right. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. But what I'm saying, for me as a Muslim, as a Pakistani, I feel like I need to point it out to my own people before it comes down to me. When people turn around and say, "Oh well, guess what? You did not condemn that. That means you allow it and you accept it and
Well,
you're
I
okay."
think all of our communities did condemn it. I don't.
No, not
We
all of
can't
them.
recall.
Unfortunately, a lot of them came out as a defense. A lot of them came out saying good
Really,
things.
I don't know.
Well,
All I know is
I
I
know.
condemned it. Lots of people
Well, see,
condemned
you
it.
did.
It's
You did.
never
I'm
right,
talking about
whatever
Pakistani
ethnicity.
Muslim. Pakistani Muslim, right? So I'm talking about when I talk about these things to the Muslims and the Pakistanis or the Bangladeshi Muslim that I've got so many in Swansea. When I speak to them about this, they go on the defense, and the first thing they say to me that, oh, how about the Christian and the white people doing it? I said, look, yes, they are doing it, but I'm not talking about them. So if you tell me, oh, there's a problem with the Pakistani community, I won't turn around and say, oh, there's a problem with the Bangladeshi community or the Indian or the Sikh
You
community. I will say,
acknowledge it,
yeah, of course I will acknowledge it, but that's the thing they don't. A lot of people don't do, and that
right?
is where the hatred come from. That's see, like I said, it's my opinion, but these are the things that I've seen in the last 8 to 10 years that I've been in the country. Is this the ignorance that we have from well, I have from my own community, from the Muslim people, and then there are a lot of other things in regards to that. But as I said, for me, when I came to the UK, yes, my dad paid for it, but since then I have always been working. So the last 5 6 years, I've always been working. I cannot claim any benefits because I'm on a visa. I'm not entitled to any benefit. I'm sure you know that. No entitlement to the public funds. And with that, what happened when I am here, when I am working here, the things that I have bought, the things that I have now, and the type of man that I am today. Of course, I'm very, very grateful for the UK for giving me the education. I could have gone to America, I could have gone to Europe, but I choose to come to the UK. So for me, I just feel like being a patriot not only mean, oh, I'm going to go and be rude to everybody else who says something against the United Kingdom, which I'm not. Like you say, you can criticize. It is your country. Of course, not my country. It never will be. Me growing up in Saudi Arabia, we knew that they never give you nationality. We knew in Saudi Arabia, if there a time will come when they'll say, okay, guys, pack up and leave. Even though my dad's been there for 40, 50 years, I've been there for 20, 30 years. If they tell me, oh, you need to pack up, I need to go back to Pakistan. We don't care about your businesses. We don't care
Yeah,
about how many jobs you've done. You need to go. So when I came to the UK, and a lot of people have said this to me, oh, so what if the white people decide that you need to leave the country? What will you do then? You've been here 10 years. I would say, yes, I will go. I will go back because my mentality has never ever been that, oh, I am British because I've got a British nationality. No, I am a Pakistani immigrant living in the UK. All I want people to respect me for is being a good citizen to the country that I live in.
exactly. Well, it's great to hear that as an
And that's
immigrant,
it.
you've come and you've contributed, and that's a great story. And that's
Yeah,
actually there's people like yourself, and there's so many that come to this country are not contributing and who are
yeah,
happy here and they're working hard. And
exactly.
that's what we need to hear more of
See, that
instead
is
of
good,
the other
Narinder.
narrative.
I have a problem now. So this is what I was coming to. So this will be my last point. If there's anything you want to say. So what I was coming to now, because I live in Swansea, and what has happened now, the Muslim community have turned against me because of my views and what I've said to you. Literally, this is all I've said to you. And unfortunately, I went to a religious school, a madrasa, and the teachers that I have had there was Pakistani, was Bangladeshi, and Afghani. So what they used to do, so I went there for 4 years, and I was sexually harassed there. So they used to do things to me for 4 years. I was in the age between 12 till 16, and they used to do all these things. So when I came to the UK, obviously everybody said, oh, it's not allowed, it's not this. So I have a very powerful view about Islamic religious school, like madrasas, the Islamic schools. So I have seen one in Swansea, and all I said, and I was with everybody, all the Muslims are there, and I said to them, look, man, I don't think we should have Islamic religious schools in here because of what has happened to me, and this what happened to me. Not only they laughed at me, they made fun of me. They said, oh, if you were a cute little boy, it happens everywhere. And I said, so you're telling me if it happens everywhere, so sexual, if
Wow.
I, this is the people from the Swansea Mosque were saying this to me, and they were laughing about it. Not only that, after that, whenever I've seen these people, all they've said to me, "Oh, can you show me your dick? Can we touch your ass?" That's the type of comments they said to me. Exactly, and they were people
Wow.
there. So when you see that I say that I'm a patriot to the country, it's because I feel like our kids are protected here. If there is something that see, I did not know about sex or anything till the age of 20, 19, 20. I did not know nothing about this because we do not have these sort of awareness, this education. So yes, I feel very strongly when and like I said, look, I got no disrespect for you, Narinder. You are from
Well,
this
of
country.
course,
You are
that is. We do have, safeguarding. We have laws, and we want
exactly,
to protect our children in this country. This is why Britain's great. It is,
exactly.
safer. We still, have
Yeah, no,
issues
I would say
in
yes.
safeguarding children. But it's great to hear when immigrants come and love it here and want to work hard here and contribute to our communities. That's good. I can't see anything bad in what you're saying.
See, for me, that was it. Like for me, like I said, look, I will disagree with you on a lot of things. You'll disagree with me on a lot of things. We will go back and forth. But I would always keep it respectful. And again, as I said, as I did the tweet, I'll say again, if I see people screenshot and if it comes on my ex, I will always be there defending you because I don't think that is okay. I never think
Yeah.
someone's character, look as someone's appearances. There's no need because I got, and this is the funny thing. After me doing all this, there are people from the Swansea Mosque now. They have these fake accounts with my like half face on it, and they're just doing stupid things.
Horrible. It's
They've got
horrible.
so
It's
much
unacceptable.
exactly.
It's like, hang on, that's not right. Like, that's just,
Yeah,
it's actually, I mean, that bit, that's just weak. I just find that the ones who do that are the ones who've
yeah,
got no argument
100%.
and they've got nothing else to say. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. So I would say again, look, I love UK. I love UK more than anything else. And as I said, I know a lot of
Good.
people have said to me, "You are an invader here. You come here to take our thing." I'm not here to take
Wow.
anything. Yeah,
So
people
far.
said
They
it.
say that to me
You
and I
know
was
what
born
this
here.
is?
So it
And
just goes to show.
who are the people calling me an invader? Are our own Asian community, like the Bangladeshi Muslims or the Pakistani? They are the people calling me an invader, or you
They
like
are.
to, yeah. And there is
Yeah, they're
there
the
is a case.
gatekeepers. I've got a word for them as well. They're the gatekeepers. Some of them voted Brexit. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. So these are the same people, and they have these. And obviously, I don't want to touch on a Muslim non-Muslim thing. But again, I know there are a lot of people becoming Muslims, and a lot of them are white people, and this is from my experience. So I had there was a Swansea protest where I went to, and there were all these Asian people saying things, and all I said to them, "Can we talk about this, like the Palestine and all of these things? You want to talk about it?" They, before saying anything, there was a white guy who I later on found out was actually became a Muslim, and we know what he said to me. I have a video of it, and there's a police case ongoing that he's been spoken to by the police. He said to me that you will never be anything like me. So he's white, right? So he was saying this to me, and then he said, "You wish you were white. You wish you were like me."
Yeah, they say
And
that.
yeah, he said that to me, and it was all recorded. And he said to me, "You are a white man's ass licker, white man's bum licker." That's what he said to me. And you won't believe it. The other Asians around there, the Muslims, the one who were saying, "Oh, free Palestine," they went to him. They said, "Yeah, tell him he's an immigrant." Because see, when they say to me, "You're an immigrant," I
That's
look at
wrong.
them.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
That's
And that's
dreadful.
all recorded. And these are the people from the Swansea Mosque, from EYST. They're all together. They do these things. For me, the problem that I have had now, the reason I want to speak to you is because I've seen people, threatening you, people saying nasty things about you. I do get it. People say nasty things about you or me. I don't mind it. But when it comes down to leaking your information, such as where you live, where you work, what you do, what your kids, your husband, your boyfriend, what not, when they start doing this, I think this is a very cowardly act because they can't talk and they have to resort to these kind of things where they have to
Yeah.
call you name and then tell
Yeah.
you, "Guess what? We're going to turn up to your house because we can't debate with you. That's why we're going to come and intimidate you." And this is what the whole Swansea right now doing it. So I cannot
Wow.
go. Swansea, I'm sure you know, it's a very small place. It's like a village. And if I were to go to any halal shop in Swansea, other than one or two that I know, they will not serve me. If I will
That's
go, yeah.
so wrong.
Exactly. And these are not only the tweets. When I'm out, so this is what has happened 2 days ago. I was out for coffee with someone, and they'd actually taken a picture and they send it to me and saying that we know where you are all the times. Or they will give me a call, and what they do, they call me from no caller ID. I'll answer it, and there'll be an automated machine because I know their voices. I know who these people are. So it will be an automated machine saying that you are racist to your own people. And I'm like, just because I have difference of opinion. So I don't think that is okay. Obviously, this is a problem that is
You
on
should
both.
need to call the police. You need to get the
I have
police
called the police.
involved.
I have called the police, yeah, and police are involved. And like I said, police are very helpful.
Good.
I know there are days when they don't do the work, but there are still good policemen. Anything that you would like to add, Narinder? Like I said, it's
That's
I don't
all.
want to keep it too long.
That's
You sure?
it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I would say thank you very much, and hopefully in the
Thank
future
you.
we'll have some more conversation and something that you would like to talk about or I would like to talk about. But
Yeah.
I know you're very busy, so thank you
No,
very much.
we're all busy. I'm not any busy. We're all busy. All right, then. Take care.
All right. Take care, Narinder.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.